The chemical safety is one of the major areas of concern to minimize any kinds of accidents and incidents in chemical-based laboratories, industries, and various firms. The chemistry is always there for industrial areas. So, how to handle, how to store, how to dispose, it's very, very important to know the chemical safety, being a safety officer and safety professionals. Here, the chemical safety it involves handling, storing, disposing the chemicals. How you are going to handle, how you are going to store, how you are going to dispose, then how you can process the chemicals, what are the risks involved regarding the chemicals, how the proactive steps you can take to get a proper way of chemical solutions. That's very important. So here it involves handling, storing, disposing, and the chemicals are mainly it's a rise of these chemicals to is a risk. Chemical is always a risk. So this risk to be minimized and the environment also needs to be saved. The purpose of the chemical safety to minimize the chemical risk and minimize the save, minimize the environmental risk and the environmental issues and making a good, safe working environment. That is the chemical safety. So, the main thing to reduce the risk, to save the environment, make a safe, healthy working environment. That is the chemical safety main thing. Then the handling of in this first we can see handling of chemicals. How we can handle the chemicals? Because chemical is always a chemical. Its a vulnerability is a questionable. When the chemicals are poisonous and hazardous to the human, and when you are handling, you have to take it too much of care. So it needs PPEs, personal protective equipments. In this personal protective equipment, you have to save your eyes, save your lungs by means of respirators, chemical respirators, then safety goggles, you can use it, and then apron, the chemical apron for protecting the body, and then safety boot and gloves. We can say the safety chemical gloves is available in the market. You can use it. So these are the major things. Apart from the safety helmet or hat, you can use it, as per your convenience in the lab. Then second one, ventilation. When handling the chemicals, the ventilation is must because as you know that one, the chemicals are poisonous or hazardous. So when continuously inhaling inside of your body, it will having the effects, hazardous effects and risky effects to your body. So it's better to have a proper ventilation wherever the chemicals are used. Ventilation means exhaust and input and output is properly there. Proper ventilation is there wherever chemicals handled. Then the procedure, you have to make it a procedure for the whatever chemicals you are using, whether the toxic or non-toxic or hazardous or low hazardous or medium hazardous, whatever it may be, but you have to use the procedures from how to start, how to handle, how to dispose these things. You must have a procedure. We can say KPIs, key performance indicator we are saying, but in this case you can have a proper SOPs. SOPs you must have for the working of these chemicals. Then avoiding consuming any type of consuming the chemicals is always danger. Whether accidentally or unaccidentally, when you are consuming the chemicals, immediately you need medical attention, whatever chemical it may be. So medical attention is very, very important, and avoid consuming any kind of chemicals. And you must, wherever you are handling the chemicals, you must have a emergency wash station is there, eye wash station, emergency shower stations, and in case of chemical spillage or consumed, you must have emergency procedures are there nearby lab or nearby chemical handling area. There should be a emergency wash area is there. Shower area must be there, and then emergency eye wash station must be there, and then emergency medical care must be there in that areas. So, okay. So, handling of the chemicals, PP is ventilation, procedure MSDs, avoid consuming, and always make an emergency facilities for the chemical handling areas. Next one is storing the guide. How you can store the hazardous chemicals and the normal chemicals. The chemicals is always, as you know that one, chemical. But when you are handling the hazardous chemical, it's different. Every chemicals having the MSDs, material safety data sheet. In that material safety data sheet, you can have it all kind of emergency procedures are there. In that emergency procedures, you know it how to handle the chemicals by means of what we can see. How in case of emergency accident spill, what we can do it. In case of என்னாச்சு வரலையா இங்க